Ship's Log Entry 10-17. The Mind Flayer Civil War rages on. For illithids fleeing their home planets, the Velvet Fox Initiative is their only hope. My cargo bays contain technology which can allow these parasitic beings to survive and thrive without taking an unwilling host. And so these machines must be distributed to those who wish to join the galactic community. To this end, Admiral Grice and his armada of 36 warships have arrived in our airspace to further the cause of peace. Meanwhile, Security Officer Bill Webb was busy implementing security measures for the incoming vessels. Chief among these precautions is the Pineapple Protocol, a total lockdown of each of my decks, and is not for swingers as many people thought. This may seem like an extreme measure, but the duck went further. After stealing a gun and a crew manifest from Admiral Grice's shuttle, the security officer went so far as to demand the bullets from the guards assigned to the Admiral. Engineer Trizzy snuck away from Grice's tour of my halls to tinker with an experimental engine against the captain's explicit orders. Recruiting Wendy McDonald for her wild magic, the goblin inventor managed to gain unstable and random powers of her own. These unpredictable bursts of magic first imbued her with knowledge of the duck language before spawning King Humongous, a goblin who has always been here. More importantly, Trizzy successfully contained a wormhole within the bowels of the ship, which fifth-dimensional calculations required rebooting. Communications Officer St. Cecilia continued her efforts to rehabilitate Morale Officer Lisa the Clown, who was suffering from Thrilljoy withdrawal. After the two of them entered Cecilia's private quarters for redacted, the vampire paid a visit to Dot, who is still confined to quarters. Cecilia connected with the sad human, who is exhibiting many symptoms of the irrational condition known as loneliness. Suddenly, Captain Slackdomil called all of the highest officers inside of me to the bridge, where they found 2 dead bodies, while Admiral Grice had been meeting with the Elder Brain. Someone or something had killed 2 of his bodyguards just outside the door. There is a murder aboard the Rezubian.
Testing 1, 2, 3. How are we sounding? Ooh, that's a good blue line.
We're sounding. That's the important thing, you know? Sometimes it's not about like how you're sounding. It's about why you're sounding. And we're sounding because we're here with friends.
Remember to sound responsibly. Use a flared bass.
Wow.
Laura's with me. Laura knows.
Yeah, no, I know.
This is the first episode we're recording since something from Rezubian has been released to the public, so this is the first time we're able to react, and I gotta say, I love the fan art. Shout out to everyone who's making Emma absolutely terrifying. It's extremely inspiring. Marble clouds, I'm looking at your art right here. Just wonderful.
It sure is a weird zone we're in, where it's like, that was, 3 months ago?
By the time you're hearing this.
Yeah. I think it started in January or February. I can't remember. My brain is bad.
So, it's not that long ago when we recorded it, but by the time people hear this, it will have been 3 months since episode 1.
Got it.
Because time's weird.
I got to listen to the episode, and I opened it by saying I plan to forget more of the season than I learned from it. And I gotta say, I'm on track for that. Like, I'm actually doing pretty good at, like, being like, what was this? I don't remember any of this.
Oh my gosh. Squid Cap has an incredible Bill Webb design. Slime King Mike killing his usual. Cosmignon. Great stuff. Everybody is really popping off. We love to see it. Sorry it took us so long to acknowledge your great work. We're just seeing it now in the future.
Yeah, by the time that you hear us thanking you for that episode 1 art, we will have, like, you will have heard so much wild shit by then.
Yeah, this season may be over for all I know. I don't know if you're going to survive this arc. In fact, let's get into the action because last we left the adventure, the Velvet Foxes had stumbled upon a double homicide. You are outside of the bridge. You see 2 dead illithids. These are, in fact, the guards who Bill Webb took their bullets during the tour of the Rezubian. They are now dead on the floor. Dr. Joven and Admiral Grice, the angel illithid, are kind of standing over them, as you approach. What do you do?
I would like to examine their bodies.
Absolutely, as a medicine check.
Oh, cool. I haven't done too many of those. Okay, so I'm plus 3 to medicine. So here goes that. 9.
Yeah, I think you see that both of them have been ensanguinated. They've been, cut and stabbed in some way. With a 9, you don't know very much, but I think Dr. Joven, who's once again this solitaire, this alien who's like a big cell inside of a metal suit, says to you, "Autopsy."
Yes. This role reminds me of like when Frasier held a skull and said, "This man is very dead."
Yeah. Admiral Grice is going to, look at all 3 of you as you are here now and say, "Well, this is very bad. If my fleet learns that someone aboard your ship is responsible for the deaths of their friends, we'll have no choice but to destroy your vessel."
May I roll an insight on that?
I love that the stakes are just laid out right there. Just okay.
As established in the first Away arc, if someone dies during a peaceful thing, it's real bad.
It just feels like you said that, and then it faded out, and it went da 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 da. Da.
I'm glad we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Quinn has rolled a 9 for insight.
Damn.
All I'll say is you think Admiral Grice is being honest. Something you noticed last episode was that he appears to be kind of posturing for his crew, to being strong and maybe cruel, because that is what is expected of him. So it's just like, I'm playing the role of the badass leader of this illithid flotilla, and if you kill one of us, we're going to kill you back.
So, what exactly happened here?
Admiral Grice says, "I was in a meeting with your captain when I heard a scuffle outside, and when I exited the bridge, this is the scene. So I don't have much more information than that, although your doctor tells me she's going to perform an autopsy, and perhaps we'll know more after that."
I'm assuming we've got security cameras like that hopefully will have seen what happened? Question mark?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that this area would have some cameras. I think, Bill Webb, you're going to have to take the party to your security station to check the footage.
Yeah, we can do that. I in this bridge, I'm just trying to get like a mental image of the bridge. We came in through one door into the bridge. How many doors are there into this bridge? Is it just the one? Is it just the one, or?
Yeah, this is important. I think there's probably 2 doors into the bridge. You are outside of one of them. So you can't see the captain and his big tank of, cerebrospinal fluid. He's on the other side of this door where the meeting was. You were in the hallway outside the bridge.
Right. Okay.
Can I message the captain something real quick?
Oh, that's a great question, because last episode, Bill Webb implemented the Pineapple Protocol, shutting down the ship, locking everybody where they are. I would assume that is going to cut off that kind of telepathic communication, because you don't want, maybe the murderer is also using something like that. So
Can I go inside and talk to the captain then?
absolutely.
I want to ask him, Captain, is all crew accounted for at this moment?
So the Pineapple Protocol, I'm thinking, would keep that from being possible, because it also is keeping your enemies from using that kind of magic. Do we want to establish here and now that this is not as restrictive? Because I wanted Bill Webb to have what he rolled for, which is like complete security shutdown.
Yeah. So the way I'm thinking of this is, because obviously Elderbrain cannot talk out loud because it is just a big floating brain.
Mm-hmm.
My assumption would be, if we're going as total lockdown as Bill Webb sort of suggested, I think there is some kind of like shielding around the captain's tank to a degree, and maybe that could be let up, but I feel like the default is make sure the captain is bunkered down.
Pineapple Protocol will not allow anyone else on the ship to have access to the matrix or the net or whatever it is that we're calling it, but we and the captain do.
Yeah, I will say that you can psionically talk with the captain here. Captain Dumio will say to Saint Cecilia,
Hello, Communication Officer Saint Cecilia. It is impossible for me to fully scan the ship while the Pineapple Protocol is active. I can lower some of our defenses and scan the ship, but in that window, our enemies may also maneuver. So this is something to take into consideration.
Austin, if I can just interject one thing, I listened to the new episode and you Zordoned the fuck out of your voice for the captain, and I just wanted to say I really liked it.
Oh no, it's perfect.
I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. But okay, anyway, back on track. Okay, so all right. So let me just try to get the order of events here. So the captain and general were in one room when this was happening. They both were like occupied, and they both were witness to each other not doing this. Is what I'm saying.
100% accurate.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure that General Grievous or whatever is not. Is not one of the suspects right now. Well, not one of the physical suspects. Like he didn't physically do it, but maybe he knows something. We don't know. Okay, all right. That's. I just wanted to clarify that.
No, that's great. This is the arc. This is the murder mystery arc. You are trapped with a killer on a spaceship.
Okay.
If you fail to unravel the mystery, you will be blown out of space by 36 heavily armed ships. So. Okay.
I want to do one thing in the bridge before we leave to check the security station. I know we have like I asked about the doors. Are there any? Because we talked about this before. Because there was like a vent system. Are there any vents that lead directly into the bridge?
No, not directly onto the bridge. Into the hallway outside.
Okay, but we were there. All right, got it. Okay, just wanted to check that. Okay, those are my initial questions, and since the autopsy is being done, I can't do anything more with the body.
Yeah, we will basically come back to the autopsy after a couple of other beats to give the doctor time to do that.
Got it.
Trizzy wants to look around for anything out of place on the bridge, very specifically from the perspective of I have maintained and tuned up this bridge many times. If something's out of place, I'm looking for it.
Investigation roll.
15.
Perfect. With 15, that's what I was looking for to tell you. That not only is nothing out of place, I think you're aggressively sure. The DM said, looking into your eyes, that there are no clues on the bridge. Whatever happened in the hallway. This meeting was totally secure.
Can I investigate in the hallway?
Absolutely. That's also investigation.
20.
Whoa. Damn, that's really good. So I think with the 20, you look at the murder scene. I think you can kind of see from the maybe the floor, scratches on the floor, that there was some kind of scuffle here. There was some kind of fight between the two guards and, whatever killed them. I will say that whatever came at them just walked down the hallway towards them, killed them, walked away. So that is, I don't know if you find that unusual. They didn't try to get into the bridge, is what I'll say. This wasn't like, they were fighting their way to the admiral and the captain to kill the two high value targets. It seems like they assassinated these two nameless guards.
Does the crew manifest that I acquired have any background information on the crew besides like basic things like name and rank and stuff like that? Anything like, I don't know, criminal past? Any infractions, I don't want to say demerits. Whatever is the illithid equivalent of dishonorable deeds.
That's incredible that you asked that, because once again, I had absolutely no idea you were going to try to sneak onto the shuttle and steal the crew manifests.
Yeah,
never in a million years could I have guessed that.
Is that something I can roll for, or is it just? I mean, I do have it.
Yeah, no, you already rolled to get all this, so I'm going to say we're going to let that ride. And you look through this stuff. You're looking specifically for like some kind of equivalent of demerits. And specifically, the thing I will give you is that the security team, which was accompanying Admiral Grice, has mostly, illithids who fled their home world because they're like, hey, we should try to live in harmony with the rest of the galaxy. And their elder brain was like, no, fuck you. Slavery rocks. We love it. But there's one. That's literally their characterization in the canon.
All right.
There is one person who sticks out to you, though. There's someone whose name is Commodore Tesfaye.
Oh, man.
Who was a high-ranking, Commodore in the Mind Flayer Navy, and was basically demoted for constantly getting into fights with people and like in the hierarchy, like questioning the Elder Brain, which eventually led him to be, a rebel, to flee. But this is someone who probably should have a higher station, considering they're like a big war hero and now they've defected. This is the person who stands out to you like, oh, this is something to investigate.
I've got a question. This hallway only leads to the bridge, right?
And then back to the elevator you came up in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not a high foot traffic area necessarily.
Yeah, it depends on the time of day. I think during the tour with the diplomat, it would be low because most people would be loading the technology onto the shuttle.
Yeah, I feel like what Trizzy's trying to work out here is this a place you kill someone so that they will quickly be found because you want them to be found? Like, is this somewhere that you do a kill knowing it'll get found really quickly and cause chaos?
Well, they certainly didn't hide them.
Yeah,
they're just splayed out there.
They didn't hide them, but they didn't lay them in like the cafeteria or something to be like, haha! Instantly, everyone knows a body has been discovered.
Right. There is no like True Detective tableau or anything.
We've not done the Among Us emergency meeting.
No, but it was right outside a meeting that was happening, and then they knew that the admiral would leave the meeting. So
yeah.
Okay. The general is still there. I want to ask on the general's person. Do I see any communications devices on him?
That's a great question. I think because the entire crew are illithids, I think they are so used to communicating psionically that no, Admiral Grice does not have any like radio.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna leave that be for now.
Are we able to pull up any kind of identifying information about these two bodies, like who they were?
Yeah. Like, are there names on their things? Actually, you know what? Why don't I just ask? Hey, General, what are the names of the two victims? I'm going to cross-reference them with
Admiral.
Sorry, Admiral. We're in the Navy.
So you have the crew manifest. So I want to say you have everything on these two guys, and I can give you names, but nothing about them sticks out to you. In fact, it's like suspicious how not important these two guys are. Oh. You're like, these are like the least targets I've ever seen.
Okay. So what do I? But clearly, the Admiral must know their names, right?
Squiggy and Mickey.
All right, I'm gonna say the first one is named Flenderzon. That is the that is the one on on the left, and the other one is named Henderbon, and that is the one on the right.
This is the joy of role playing. I'm writing Flenderzon and Henderbon. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. So, these two barely their Shakespearean characters are dead. So all right, so Flenderzon and Henderbon have died. All right, so I got these guys. All right, that's
actually not that far off of Mind Flayer naming conventions.
Okay, like, I just went for it.
I'm thinking of the canon names like Grazalath, Nagothrod. Like that's pretty much Henderzon and Flenderzon.
Okay. I want to briefly. Well, but should we tip our hand to the admiral that we suspect the Commodore?
Trizzy doesn't. Trizzy is not suspecting the Commodore at all. Like Trizzy is not convinced. But
Saint Cecilia has suspicions of her own, but she's not going to voice them here.
Okay. Bill quietly explains the Commodore situation to the others, but not in not in earshot of the admiral. For I don't know, for some reason I just don't trust this guy right now. We'll share information on a need to know basis with the admiral. Okay. Anyone have anything else?
I think we're ready maybe to go check those security tapes, because I feel like whatever's on them is going to be like the thing that gets the ball rolling, and we should probably know that ASAP.
Sounds good. Admiral Grice and Dr. Joven take the bodies to medbay to do an autopsy. Meanwhile, you all are going to take the elevator down to the security deck and look at those tapes. Are there any conversations you want to have in character as we go there? Any theories, anything like that?
You know, Emma, constantly telling me the room's too cold. It's never too cold. Try and get my attention. If Emma wanted to guarantee my attention, maybe she goes and breaks something in the room so that the room actually is too cold. I feel like we might be having one of these situations here. I feel like something has been done to cause a problem, and I think that the point here is that everything is bad and we have to deal with it now. I don't know whether that's to distract us from something bigger that's happening, or whether the aim is just this. But I don't like this. I feel like someone's thrown a wrench inside their AC, and I have a bad feeling.
I agree with that. I think that if their goal was to cause galactic conflict of Didylithids, why stop when there was an admiral in the next room and an elder brain? It feels like there might be something more going on here.
Yeah, the fact that they didn't try and go into the bridge suggests that, like, we might be playing into their hands right now by investigating this. Like, I'm not saying we shouldn't. I think we should investigate this, but I think we've got to keep a big picture in case there is anything else suspicious that isn't directly this, in case it's a distraction.
What would be considered the most high-profile items aboard the Rezubian?
The engine, the plasma core. I don't know what the equivalent is on this ship.
Oh, don't worry. If anyone had been anywhere near the engine core, I'd have had several
Right.
alerts by now, and also there would be a lot of burning flesh.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah. No, anyone who has never been on this ship before, like, the blueprints for this ship do not list half the stuff I've done down there.
Actually, can I get religion rolls to know about this? Because that's like for artifacts of, like, importance or something.
I rolled a 15.
Oh, I botched.
I have an 8.
Oh my god, this is incredible. 5, 8, and 15, the group fails, so you don't know if there's anything valuable in the ship that maybe that the killer or killers are after. But with the botch, I think, Trizzy, maybe you suspect someone is after your experimental wormhole engine.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Which is something you're building in your downtimes to try to get home. That's the most valuable thing to you.
Yeah. As much as I say that I'm gonna go check down in the engines and, like, really make sure I have really fortified that place up, just in case, for no reason. There's nothing valuable down there.
Okay. Well, me and Cecilia can check the tapes.
You able to bypass the pineapple protocol through all of the vents and pipes?
We're immune to the pineapple protocol. I think that was established.
Okay.
Yeah, us small wall crew, this is not our first time squirreling through a pineapple protocol.
All right, so I think the botch consequence is that you're going to split the party for a minute while you go check the engine.
Yeah, just for a minute.
All
right.
I googled the opposite of pineapple. Because there's no direct one, but the closest we got here is I've decided that the subsection of the pineapple protocol that allows us to do whatever we want is called the peanut protocol. It's right there.
I don't know how that's an opposite in any way, but I also don't.
I know.
Austin, use your brain. Come on, it's right there.
It's not good, but okay. So anyway, let's pop in some VHS tapes into the thing and.
Oh, can we enhance?
Oh God,
can we enhance?
I hope so.
Perfect. So Bill Webb and Saint Cecilia get off at security, go over, start popping in VHS tapes. Trizzy starts hammering on the down elevator to engineering to go check her engine project. Let's do the security tapes first. Let's get this juicy mystery rolling. So I'm not going to make you roll yet necessarily because you're just watching. You can't. I don't think you could fail at watching security footage.
You don't know me, Austin. I can fall asleep real easy.
I would like to roll to discover something that you wouldn't notice just by like casually watching it though. Whatever that would be.
That's gonna be perception.
Okay, fair. All right, then I am rolling for perception to just perceive something important. Yes!
Yes! I was about to be like, should I add my roll to this? Never mind.
No, I crit.
Oh.
I finished this mission in one episode. But
Motherfucker. He really just walks into rooms. He's like, I got this.
I found
And
this.
it's done.
I found out exactly who did it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Austin. Tell me what I found out.
Can I like go off and get coffee and come back? And like that's how my character adds to this mission.
Literally, like the first comment on the first episode of the season is like Leon came back to play for keeps. Yeah. So Bill Webb, you pop in the security, you enhance. You use your very acute duck vision to look at this footage. What you see is a kind of an angle in the hallway where you can see the two guards standing at attention at the door to the bridge. They have their weapons, even though they're unloaded. And as they're standing there, they seem to acknowledge someone walking towards them. But on the footage, you don't see anyone. There simply isn't anyone there on the footage. But the two guards start talking to someone that isn't there. And then suddenly violence breaks out. There's a spray of blood. One of them goes down. Their like neck is slashed open. The one out of instinct tries to fire a gun once again at someone who isn't there.
Right.
Just forgetting that their gun isn't loaded.
Right.
They get knocked to the ground. They try to use psionics. It's too late. Someone rips their throat out too.
Okay, we got a predator. Some invisible boy.
Well, maybe not invisible because the guards could see them, it seems.
You crit, so I'm going to confirm a couple of things. One is there appears to only be one killer because they both look in the same direction.
Okay.
It's not like they're like, trying to control a crowd or anything.
Right.
And while invisible to you, their reactions seem to indicate the killer was not invisible to the victims, which is extremely strange.
Okay, so maybe the illithid have the ability to see the killer, but we don't, or sense that the killer.
Or it had some way to alter technology, like things that are viewing it, or something like that.
Maybe
Like fear, like it like psychically causing people to see them, but the technology is not picking up the psychic visibility.
Does Bill know as a security duck? Does Bill is Bill aware of anything that assassins, for example, use for that resembles this technology?
I think Arcana for technology, and Cecilia, you can see this, and anything you miss, Bill will point out with this crit. So if you want to get in on the Arcana as well,
sure. I got a 23.
Ooh.
Oh, I got a 13.
23 and 13. I will say with the 23, which is that there are spells to fool technology. There's, I think, a whole unearthed arcana for like modern magic. So there are like scramble camera spells and stuff. The only
Oh shit.
The only person on board who's an established magician like this, was last episode we decided Wallace was the ship's wizard. But you don't know if the Commodore is magic. I will say, actually, because Bill Webb, you have his personnel file.
Yeah.
He does not practice magic. That would have destroyed his career.
Yeah, that's the thing is that illithids don't seem to use magic.
I remember that they like psionics. I read the lore. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's an interesting wrinkle. So that person was there, but is just not showing up on the tapes. Possibly.
Yeah, there are multiple effects. I can't narrow it down exactly. There are a couple different reasons why that could be the case. But with this crit, let me spell this out one more time in its full glory. Someone approached the guards. The killer was visible to the victims, but not to the security camera for some reason. The killer killed both of them, kind of using the element of surprise because the guards didn't seem to see this person as a threat. And the fact that they had their bullets taken away certainly helped. And also, the last detail I didn't really get into too much is that they had both of their throats ripped out. I think I said they were ensanguinated.
Yeah.
So the method of death, it wasn't like they were shot or zapped with lightsabers or something. It was a pretty brutal, direct, almost animalistic attack. I'm not saying it's an animal, but that the method of death, which you'll get more clarity on after the autopsy, was let's say inelegant.
Okay, so someone is very strong, and just like ripped up their throats. Okay.
And I don't know if this is extrapolating too much, but I feel like it's kind of easy to make the assumption now that it isn't anyone on our crew because this person was able to walk up with them seemingly knowing them. And I don't, like, unless we discover something, I don't think anyone on our crew has that kind of connection to these random illithids.
Or the illithids just didn't think this person was threatening in some way. Like maybe this person, the illithids, the two guards, they're like real tall guys, right?
Yeah, they're basically like Navy SEALs.
Oh, okay. So it's possible that, like, I mean, if Bill Webb walks up to someone, everyone's like, fuck this duck. It's not a big deal. But then Bill Webb always kills those guys. So, like, it could be one of our guys and it just wasn't thought of as a threat. Since because of the peanut protocol, I am sharing. We're sharing all of this information with Trizzy as well.
I mean, look. Worst case, you can fill me in when I get back. I'll get there.
Okay.
Trizzy, you descend down into the bowels of the ship. You go down a narrow, dark corridor lined with pipes and wires and stuff. You find a nook. Crawl down into your secret lair until you find the chamber where you have kind of created a stable wormhole using teleportation technology. This is the project you've been working on during your downtimes. Very important. It does not appear to have been disturbed. No one is here. I guess besides Gronk, who says, "Welcome back, my love."
Hello again, Gronk. I'm gonna need you to be on absolutely nobody bothered. Hi again, Gronk. I am going to need you on nobody comes down here duty. Like, treat this place like I am working on something where, like, if I so much as, like, twitch my hand too much, oops, we've blown up the ship. Like, treat it at that level of security. No one down here. Cool?
Understand me more. I will consider it an honor to throw my life away for you.
Wonderful. Look, just literally anyone, don't care who it is, do not let them down here while I'm getting this work done. Thank you.
It is an honor to serve you.
It's an honor to serve me, I am sure.
Trizzy, as you're making your way back to the elevator through these twisting tunnels, over these cramped crawl spaces and stuff, I think you hear somebody coming towards you from a different tunnel, like a different hallway or something. Is there anything you want to do, or you just want to meet this person?
Oh, Trizzy's gonna stealth into the walls, try and see who's coming.
All right, yeah, give me that stealth.
Let's go. 9?
Yeah, I think you try to melt away into the scenery, and you brush up against some kind of valve, which makes a creaking noise. You forgot to WD-40 this bitch, and you hear somebody kind of call out like, "Hey, who's there?"
Oh, hey, it's me, Trizzy. This is my sort of area of the ship. Who's down here? Did you put a note in the suggestion box before coming down?
Come out with your hands up. You hear a gun being like primed to fire. It's like a laser gun, so it probably like worse.
This is literally my area of the ship. Who are you? Trizzy holds up a electricity blasting mech arm.
Yeah. If you make your presence known, you kind of come out from behind where you were hiding with your arm held high, and you see that there is an illithid wearing the insignia of the flotilla that is here. This is a security officer for the CC Avulsion, the flagship of the all the vessels outside. This is an illithid, this squid-headed adult pointing a laser rifle at you. And he says, hands where I can see them.
Your hands where I can see yours.
Oh, wow.
Roll intimidation.
Man, throwing it right back.
Okay, I'm not particularly intimidating, but this is my home turf, so I'm hoping that gives me some confidence to... Let's go.
Oh, shit!
That's a 1. It's not a botch, but it's a 1.
Yeah. The security officer says, I will drop you, pussy on the pavement. I am not playing around.
Oh, excuse me. I
beg your pardon.
I do not like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Trizzy gets her hands up and she goes, there is absolutely zero need for that language. I am the person that fixes all the stuff down here in the bottom of the ship. What do you need?
We are guests here. Our admiral has not returned from his meeting. He's past due, and I can't get access to the bridge deck. This is an unacceptable security situation.
Okay. I can answer to you about that. There is a brief security protocol in place that I'm sure will be dealt with in any moment. But we are just as concerned about security as you. Our security officer put a security protocol in place just for a second.
All right. This is all true. So why don't you roll persuasion? This guy is extremely hopped up now because you're a very poor roll and is looking for an excuse to shoot you.
And rude.
And you know what? You've separated me away from the party and asked me to do all of the charisma things that you're not very good at. That's a 3 on persuasion.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. All right, let's cut back.
Okay,
Do we just hear a gunshot
fire?
fire again? Like just a bang in the distance.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's interesting. So, St. Cecilia and Bill Webb, would you just stand at the security desk and wait for Trizzy? We can do that, and then Trizzy can have a fight for her life down here? Or would you go looking for her if she doesn't show up?
I would say, to your question, I don't think we would just sit there. We know that time is of the essence. So we would probably try to at least go to meet Trizzy. I don't know, if we know the route Trizzy would take though, since Trizzy has like such a distinct way of traversing the ship.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the way this is this illithid points this gun at Trizzy, is like, where's the admiral? Why can't I see him? What's going on? You tell the truth, but he's not impressed. He's jumpy. He doesn't know what's going on. He's scared. He's going to fucking shoot you. And you psionically, Trizzy, try to tell everyone that. You get Captain Dumil, who says,
Engineer Trizzy, would you like to suspend the Pineapple Protocol to send this message?
Oh, I get it. I get it. The suspension of the thing. This is a gameplay mechanic, not a narrative mechanic. Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
I mean, it's both.
Right. No, but I understand. I mean, there are consequences to this. Now I understand. Got it.
Okay. Trizzy will say, no, I've got this.
Oh, wow.
sick.
Okay.
Oh, I love that. All right, roll initiative, because this guy's just going to try to shoot you in the face.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm probably proficient.
Oh, this is such an exciting development. I love this. Because, if you would have been like, just call Bill Webb and St. Cecilia back up, that would have worked, but then something else would have happened.
Got it.
It would have done, and Trizzy takes lockdown seriously,
Okay.
and the kind of person who is this panicked and chaotic is the kind of person that... Here's my concern. The second we let down the Pineapple Protocol to send that message, he's going to be able to contact as well and be on the big group chat and go, everyone, something's wrong, I can't contact the captain, panic.
I see.
And, like, I do not want the moment where all of the illithids on this ship, like, they may not know that there's 2 of their guards are dead, but they will know something is wrong and they are locked down on our ship, and that is not a situation Trizzy wants to invite.
All right, 18 and 10. The Illithid security chief wins and shoots you 18.
That matches my AC.
All right, so that's how starts. It's in your mind, Trizzy. The captain says, "Do you want to suspend Pineapple Protocol?" And you bravely say, "No." And then, pew! 9 damage as you get shot in your cool magical armor with this laser rifle.
Okay, with that, this is my first unstable backlash.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Look, I'm in an enclosed space. I'm gonna get some fun going on here. So let's roll a D100 and see what happens on
Shit.
the list.
Oh my god, it's really popping off.
Okay, I'm gonna need a coin flipped. I don't know how to do that in Roll20. Is that just like a roll D2?
Evens and odds. You just do evens and odds on any. So, evens.
Okay. Okay, so this is going to affect the enemy rather than me. That's good.
Incredible.
This illithid sees a ghost of a loved one in distress.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if that's good. I don't know if this is a good development.
Jesus.
I don't know if that's a good development, but I'm glad I'm not seeing a ghost of a loved one in distress.
Oh my god, that's awful. Okay, so this guy shoots you. You just kind of stumble back, and then there's a distortion in the room. Like, the colors and the shapes get weird and almost like smudged. And then suddenly this guy starts freaking out, and he's just like, Martha!
Why is it Martha? Why is it Martha?
Why'd you say that name?
You know why you're doing it.
And he's absolutely having a meltdown in front of you. It's your turn because shooting you was his turn.
Okay. Because I'm here one-on-one alone, I'm going to use my first turn to cast Mirror Image. I am going to create 3 illusory duplicates of myself. So, anytime that this illithid tries to target me with an attack, we're gonna have to roll a d20 to see whether it successfully hits me or it hits a duplicate.
All right, yeah, we saw this spell in the last arc. Lisa used this as something that the Thrill Joy gives clowns, but this security officer is still too panicked by seeing a ghost to fight back, so it's actually your turn again.
You know what, let's do a thing I've not really had a chance to do since level up. I'm going to use my Infiltrator Armor's Lightning Launcher, which I can now do twice in a turn, and the first time I do it I get a little bonus damage, so... Let's roll that attack.
Oh.
Okay, 10 and then a crit 25.
Oh my god, yeah. Crit obviously hits, roll that damage, 10 does not, but this person is having an extremely bad day all of a sudden.
So that's another 4 damage, so I think 14 total?
Alright, so there are 3 Trizzys now in this hallway. They all appear to be shooting lightning at this illithid guard, but only one of the lightning blasts is real, and it hits him pretty solidly, and he's going to shoot back where he thinks the lightning is coming. Mirror image, the way this works, we have to roll a d20. If all 3 duplicates, we must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Yep, so that's not too bad. A 10. The attack hits a duplicate instead of me.
Perfect. Yep. The security officer of the Evulsion shoots an illusion in the face, and it's your turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna try for the Infiltrator Armor again. This is Trizzy likes the room full of lightning visual and is hoping that this is creating enough of a display that worst case scenario she can try to get him to back down in fear again. So
15 hits. 15 does, yeah.
Another 2, so that's another 9 damage.
All right, lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
All right, paint me a picture. So this guy, is shooting wildly at your duplicates. You were zapping them all up, and then
Yeah, no, Trizzy just wrenched to the head. This is not worth the effort. That said, Trizzy is not going to leave him down here because, like, who knows what he's going to do if left unattended. Trizzy is at the very least going to be like, I'm going to get you as far away from this bit as possible and, like, put a little note on you that says when you wake up, it's all good? Smiley face, question mark.
I was thinking the way this ends, yeah, you bonk this guy in the head with the wrench, he collapses. You start trying to drag him. You're a little goblin. He's a huge mind flayer. And then you hear behind you Saint Cecilia and Bill Webb walk up and to see you struggling with this full-sized man. that's like the way this ends.
Okay.
Hey, both of you. Sorry about this. I met the other team security officer. Nothing compared to you, Bill. If I was able to take down their security officer, like, they're nothing on you.
Okay. Good to know. All right. I excuse me. We then in that case, now that we're like near each other, we fill in each other. We fill Trizzy in on the new info, and I guess we have to figure out what's next.
Yeah. Trizzy makes it clear, like, I'm concerned that other people might start panicking. Pineapple Protocol's probably kind of stressful.
Right. Well,
Pineapple Protocol might also be the only thing preventing our crew from being interrogated by their officers.
yeah.
Yeah, I should say for the way this is working is it absolutely is keeping bad things from happening off screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in terms of suspects, the Commodore's in town. So we could look for the Commodore, or we could I don't have any. Well, wait. Our ship's wizard would know stuff, right? We have that.
Since suggest, I think there might be some value in heading to the hangar. If whoever did this is not a part of our crew, they need to get away at some point.
Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
I assume the hangar is locked down, so like they can't just easily like bolt, but like eventually they're gonna have to go there at some point, I assume.
It's very clever of you to say that, Quinn, because that's exactly what would have happened if you had lifted the Pineapple Protocol. The killer would have made progress towards just escaping.
Right.
Okay.
Someone in the Discord said, "Oh no, they understand the assignment."
Okay. So.
Well, see, here's my thinking of where things are in the ship. Right now, we are right down in the bottom of the cone of the ice cream.
Okay.
Because that's where Trizzy hangs out. And we've established that the Wizard's Tower is a 99 flake in the ice creamy bit of the ice cream, which you now all know what that is.
Okay.
Which means that's at the far end of the ship. So, like, wherever the hangar is, it's somewhere between one end and the other.
This logic makes sense to me. So yeah, let's peek into the hangar and on our way to the wizard.
The Velvet Foxes arrive at the hangar. Notably, as you walk out onto the floor, you see that most of the ships are gone here. Your strike teams, notably Tully's Monsters, aka the away team, have left, which means that the pilot Cammy is not on the Rezubian. The engineer Bridget is not on the Rezubian. Like a lot of those characters you would expect to be here are just not here during this arc. There's still the shuttle from the Illithid fleet. I think the only character that you know by name that you see is just Emma the janitor using her lightsaber mop to clean up some oil. But the rest are just like Illithids milling around the shuttle, just waiting for their admiral to return.
I would like to. How would I put this? I'm not sure how to describe this. I would like to look at the Illithids and see if any of them are acting shifty right now.
A textbook insight.
Insight. Okay. Insight. Oh gosh, I have +5 to insight. And now that I've said that out loud, it's going to be bad anyway. So here goes anyway. Oh, 21.
21's great. Yeah, they seem bored and frustrated. They're like, the admiral's supposed to be back. Like, what's taking so long? But none of them seem suspicious. With the 21, you're confident. Like, none of these guys seem in on it or anything. They're not like, yes, the trap is surely sprung by now. They're all just like, talking about the latest, what did we call it? Schmick-schmuck videos they saw. Just like playing catch or whatever. Yeah, these people at the 21 don't seem suspicious or hostile or anything.
Do we have an idea where this Commodore is?
Yeah, like you know what? I would like to I look at their uniforms and try to find out who's the highest ranking person there, and I approach that person and ask about and ask about the whereabouts of Commodore, I have it written down here, Tesfaye.
Yeah, you just ask these Illithid guards where the Commodore is, and they say, well, he actually got busted down. He's just an ensign now, but I think he went to get some food. You all apparently have this cool diner. When he gets back, I'm gonna go. So we're like taking turns, so we don't leave the shuttle unattended.
That makes sense. That is good security. Okay.
Who has command over your vessel at the moment?
Technically, the Commodore. The ensign. But we're all being cool. We all go back. So we're being cool about it.
Well, while you're in here, make sure to try the ice cream machine that's like behind the lockers over there. Like not the one on this side of the lockers, the one on the other side. They have the best pizza flavored ice cream. It's great.
Emma slowly squirms into frame and is like, "Hi, Trizzy."
Hey, Emma. How's the temperature going?
It's a little cold.
Is it? Have you checked the thermometer? Is it a little cold?
I'm molting right now. Look at the state of my feathers. It's it's on my worm body with my 16 eyes. Have you ever seen such thin feathers?
I can't say I'd ever stop to think about your feather thickness.
Oh, that makes her sad.
Look, as has been established, Trizzy is not charismatic.
Emma seems sad. A Twitter account, a wired nightmare at sour ink _ posted a picture of the worm on a string and said, "This is how I picture Emma." So now this is honestly my mental image of her, just like hoving into view. And I guess she slides back out of frame to go mop. not taking. I think she was fishing for a compliment. She's like, "Look at my feathers; they're so sad." And you were like, "I don't know."
Trizzy is oblivious to this having happened at all. Maybe at some point I will roll at some point when you do one of these, I will ask if it's alright for me to roll an insight check, but the time has not come. Trizzy is not ready.
That is good to know. Thank you for your excellent work, and I think your molted feathers look wonderful.
Aw. They're supposed to come back shinier soon, so look forward to that.
Wow. Is that always what happens? They come back shinier?
It's a cycle, so they come back dull, and then they come back matte, then they come back holographic, then they come back lenticular, then they come back shiny.
Oh, it is like one of those virtual upgrade games where your feathers get more fantastic the more times you upgrade them.
Lenticular feathers could be pretty good for like marking out specific pipes that I need to remember to come back to.
Oh my god, you're gonna turn her into resources.
It's like your feathers upgrade in rarity.
Look, Trizzy is not a very good people person. It's not intentional. She's just, she's got a very specific train of thought.
Trizzy seeing her crew members as like Minecraft resources. Like, I bust this lady open and make some pipes.
Look, not entirely, but like, look, if you're going through a natural molting process, as you say, and they're all gonna fall out anyway, they could be really useful.
That's true. So there doesn't seem like there's a bunch of unaccounted for soldiers walking around. I think we established the security chief, the detail that was with the admiral himself, and the Commodore, but like there isn't anyone else, I don't think, wandering around right now.
That's good to know. Can I just do really quickly like an investigation check or something like that on the door to make sure no one's been trying to tamper with like breaking through the pineapple protocol?
Yeah, why don't you say investigation for the hangar?
No, I can't.
17.
That's a critical fail.
Okay, let's try and salvage this with a crit somehow. Come on. 13.
Okay, I know exactly what this crit does. Oh, this is so great. So 2 things. First up, I want to remind Trizzy that you got shot and your armor is damaged. The twinkling rust monster constellation in the distance smiles wickedly and your AC drops by 1.
Oh yeah, that.
That's the first thing. The second thing is, you all are searching the hangar. 17 and 13 means the group succeeds enough to notice something, which is one of the only ships left in the hangar, the Nautiloid, which is a spaceship that looks like the Earth animal of the Nautilus. It's like a curled shell with like a flat deck in front. Appears to have been partially set to launch, like someone did the pre-flight check, which is unusual. No one's supposed to be flying it right now. So that's what, for succeeding, that's what you get. For botching, while you're looking around, I think Bill Webb, you like go to look under the ship. You're like, oh, is there something? Maybe something's hidden here. You lean forward, and the ammo clip from the dead guards. Flenderzon and Henderbon like falls out of your bag and clatters across the ground.
Okay.
And the Illithid guards see it and they say, "Hey, that's a Mind Flare brand. Where'd you get that?" And they walk over.
Bill has no reason to deceive them. Bill says quite confidently, as chief of security of the Rezubian, I had to temporarily confiscate these from 2 Illithid who were about to enter the bridge. That's just security protocol around here. That's all there is to it. And I'm going to take them back now, and Bill takes them and puts them back in his pockets. With very, very casually, as if like, hey, this is no big deal.
Yeah, so this is true, what you've said. I'm thinking, do you want to roll deception to play it off, like that it's not a big deal, and they'll just go back to work? Because I think what their instinct is here is like, that's weird, I'm going to go check. Like, you need to let me out so I can go talk to the admiral.
Whether it's perception or persuasion, I have the same modifier, which is nothing. But in my mind, this is persuasion, because this is all true.
Okay, yeah. If it's the same, then let's just roll it.
Yeah. I'm persuading these guys. And it's a 17.
All right. Well, 17's good. I guess I was going to say, like, there's like 4 of these people guarding the shuttle, and they're all looking at each other like, that's unusual. No one told us about that. But your complete casual response, your complete dismissal that this is even a thing worth talking about, makes them all look at each other, and they're like, I guess that checks out. I guess we'll get the full report when the admiral gets back.
Yeah. Are we really going to fight about this?
I'm glad that it's you that tried that, because if Trizzy had done so, she'd have just been like, I took these because I was meant to. It would not have been nearly so smooth.
Oh my god.
I think in the HBO adaptation, this is a very tense scene. This is like, like, oh my god, the violence here could pop off at any moment. There's so many dramatic close-ups, and then suddenly the tension is broken by them going like, I'm gonna go try that ice cream behind the lockers.
Pizza ice cream, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Can I go into the ship and depower it, essentially? Like, make sure it's not ready to take off?
Yeah, absolutely. You just pull a spark plug out.
Is there a way to lock it? Like, to make it so no one can fly it until it's repaired?
I mean, yes, but also...
I'm not trying to, like, super sabotage it, but, like...
Yeah, basically what would happen if someone wanted to fly it is they would make a roll to fix it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do that.
Yep, you pull out a spark plug, you close a valve or something. Someone who knows what they're doing or works hard enough can undo this, but...
I put a big spider on the controls, so it's like, I don't want to touch that. A spider.
Yeah, until we know what it is we're dealing with, the more we can keep the situation contained, the better.
All right. So, are you still sticking with the plan? Next destination is the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah. Yeah. Trizzy's on team go talk to the wizard. Like, I think that's where Trizzy's like honing in on at the moment, but obviously open to different thoughts.
Well, let's hit the wizard and then we'll hit the diner.
I love that we can say that in our show. That's a cool thing to be able to say, isn't it?
Yeah, let's hit the wizard.
No, I said that once in Jersey.
Oh my god.
All right, Velvet Foxes go to the Wizard Tower. This is still under construction. I just learned about this last episode, but we're building up a place of arcane learning here on the Rezubian. Right now, there are some people milling around. We talked about everyone's favorite character who's been here the whole time, King Humongous. Was at the Wizard's Tower last you saw him, and this
fucker.
yeah, this goblin with this palanquin being carried by robot goblins is like kind of blocking the entrance, and there's a crowd of people around him and being like, yes, I've created peace in the galaxy and you're all very appreciative, but I do need some alone time. Oh, I guess I could stay. And everyone in the crowd is like, yeah, King Humongous, you've been here the whole time.
Oh.
What can I roll to just get past him, to just walk straight past him?
I think athletics to do a stiff arm move.
Oh, no. Okay.
The fact he's been here the whole time is one of Trizzy's least favorite things about King Humongous.
But it is undeniably a thing about him.
Oh, it's undeniably a thing.
I rolled a 13.
Yeah,
I just want a strong arm pass.
No, that's not good enough. I think you try to push through the crowd of King Humongous's followers. One of them says like, hey, wait your turn, and pushes you back.
So, I don't want to see him.
Yeah, so right now, this is like the measure head part of Disco Elysium.
Oh, my God. I hate you so much.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, King Humongous, you know those overalls you want back?
Oh, yes, those overalls I gave you as a gift from my regency, and you have so flagrantly displayed disrespectfully.
Yeah, they're over in the hamper over there. Go get them.
Are you wearing them?
Yes.
All right, roll deception.
I'm hoping to say this very confidently.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not very deceptive, but look, I can't fail that many charisma rolls back to back.
I had no idea this character was even going to exist, let alone be in this arc.
5.
No.
Okay, all right. I have a question because I have an idea, but I'm not sure. Like on this palanquin, is it just like in my mind? There's like a fancy rug on it, or is it just a bunch of pillows, or is it like a flat surface? Just describe what's there so I know what I can do.
I mean, all of that or any of that, whatever you want on it. It's
Okay.
in flux.
Okay. All right. Then here's what I want to do. You know that thing where you pull the sheet on the dinner table and like you try to do it and everything is still there?
Yes.
I want to do the opposite of that where I pull it and I knock it off it.
I thought so. Acrobatics.
Okay. That's going to be an acrobat. Okay. Oh, hell yeah.
Fucking Bill Webb.
20.
Every time this motherfucker. All right, so Cecilia tries to push past, Trizzy tries to talk past, and then Bill Webb just sends this fucking goblin on a fucking 200-mile-per-hour journey into the fucking dirt, yanking his fucking rug out on the palanquin. Yeah, he goes spilling, everyone runs over to help him, and you all could just walk past.
Yeah, let's do that.
I will get you, peasant!
This is great.
Your crown looks nice today, I'm going to say as I walk by.
No, it doesn't. It looks terrible. I'm keeping these overalls forever.
Camera slowly zooms in on the goblin. King Humongous will have his revenge.
I know he means it too. He has nothing to do all day but plan. He has no job.
Get a job, King Humongous.
Being a king isn't a real job.
Holy shit, I'm getting lightheaded. You enter the Wizard's Tower. It is a beautiful place. Well, still under construction. Like the first couple of floors, I think, exists, and they're shining, glimmering crystal surfaces. There are endless bookshelves with arcane tomes. There are any number of maps, scrolls filling pretty much every empty space that you could hope for here. You go up the first floor. You don't see anybody. You go to the second floor. You find Wallace, the Artuk, and he is actually sitting and talking with Render, the Illithid, and they appear to be going over some scrolls.
Oh, hello. How are you both doing today? I love the construction. Everything seems to be going very well. This is a lot of books. Have you read all of them?
Wallace says, "No, but I live a long time. I will read every book eventually."
Oh, how long do you live? I also live a very long time.
Wallace, who can basically stand up to a full 6 feet height now, says, "I am only half grown."
Oh, so you'll get bigger as well?
Yeah, Artuk can basically become just giant sized. They're pretty cool. Render says, "This is as big as I get."
It's very big.
Hey, we've got a favor to ask you. You are you aware of any specific magic that's security camera evasion magic?
Yes, modern magic. Wallace squiggles out of the chair because he is basically a giant plant starfish. His movements are very alien to you as he kind of squirms and moves across the room to another shelf, starts looking, and says, "One moment." And Render looks at you and is like, "Sup? Haven't seen you guys in a bit."
How are you? How are you doing, Render?
Well, I'm the only employee in the PR department now, so my workload has doubled. But this should be good for our image. Kind of gesturing around as if to say the fleet outside.
About that.
If you ever need help, cutting out flyers or whatever, let me know. It's basically the same as sawing through bits of piping. It should be fine. I could give you a hand.
I'll hold you to that, Trizzy. Yeah, we really need this win. The Rezubian can be a beacon of peace in the whole galaxy. Saving all these people. It would be great rather than being known as the ship where all the clowns made a big mess.
Yeah, and it would be real. It would be real bad if things went bad, and if anyone wanted things to go bad, that'd be bad.
Wallace squirms back into the conversation. "That's a tautology, Trizzy. You know better."
Look, sorry, I'm not good at words. I'm trying to do conversations. I just say words in circles sometimes.
Wallace puts down the book with one of his big spiny arms, but then his whole head opens up. He has a stalk that can extrude from the top of his body, and he begins turning the pages with a long, sticky tongue that is the length of your body that somehow is inside of him. It's incredible. And he says, yes. Here, and shows you the spells which can be used to deceive cameras.
And is there any way to detect if someone's using one of these spells at a time? Does there exist a I don't want to be seen by cameras detection spell or something?
Yes, a detect magic would do nicely. I have this spell. Would you like my help?
Yes, we would. I think. And Trizzy looks around to the rest of the group to be like, "I haven't just volunteered for a thing I wasn't supposed to, have I? I did good."
As long as we are not bothering you, Wallace.
No. I've been helping Render assemble literature for his PR, and gestures to a stack of books which are The Hustle and Grind Culture Volume 6, how to maximize your brand synergy.
Oh God.
You know one thing? I was really surprised to find out these spells were under the name Modern Magic and they didn't have some hip Magic 3.0 or some shit like that name.
My question for the team is going to be, do we let Wallace in on what's going on? Because I feel like Wallace is going to be most helpful if we open up about the situation so they know what to look for.
I mean, yeah, we can let Wallace definitely know that we are looking for someone that is hiding because they committed a crime.
Yeah.
And I think most people have to have some awareness that something's up with Pineapple Protocol going on. Or they're just like, oh shit, I can't. My bathroom's on the other side of that door. What do I do?
Yeah, I think when you bring this up, Render says, like, yeah, I have my books. I was going to go back to PR like an hour ago, but I got locked in here. So that is, a couple people have mentioned that, to you if you ask, they're like, I'm just waiting to be able to go. What's going on?
But yeah, in that case, I think Trizzy is going to let Wallace know that we are looking for someone who is deliberately evading being on our cameras, and seems like they are trying to instigate conflict, and we need to work out who it is and why. And that would be most useful if we could tell who isn't showing up on our cameras.
All right, yeah, you let Wallace in on the situation. Does anyone want to guess what the name of the spell is?
Camouflage, self, or some shit like that.
It's gonna be something. It's gonna be something really bad. It's gonna be like HDMI splitter or something.
That was definitely a direction that could have gone in. No, it's just extremely literal. The spell is called Invisibility to Cameras.
Wow.
I should know this.
It's a 3rd level illusion spell, parentheses, techno magic. 4 creatures of your choice within range become undetectable to electronic sensors and cameras for the duration of the spell. It's 100% literally exactly what it sounds like.
From what we know of the spell, when it says for the duration of the spell, does that mean that they are... Sorry. I don't know if this is a dumb question. Does that mean that the tapes will always show them as invisible, or does that mean
they will always? Yeah, the footage won't retroactively show that. Like after an hour or whatever has passed, they won't show up in the footage. But wherever they are when that time runs out, they'll suddenly just pop into visibility. Would basically.
Okay, so the spell is on them, not the cameras. Got it. Sorry. Okay.
Now it's a great clarification. So what happens next is Wallace, walks with you back to the crime scene. You all go up in the elevator. Before Wallace helps you, is there anything you want to say to either each other or him? This is like before the next clue pops off.
Yeah, I do want to ask Wallace. Do you know? What would you know of anything that's like significant aboard the Rezubian? Like something that might be a target if someone were to try to sneak aboard the ship.
I think Wallace says, the only thing I can think of is the strike team member Wendy McDonald wears a cloak that can see into other dimensions.
Wow.
What?
Listen.
Yeah.
Have we not been told about this?
That's a lot.
So to be clear,
do I have to go through HR or what is?
So she has an essentially an invisibility cape, but the flavor on it is it shows a reality in which you are not there. That's how it makes it look like you're not there.
Yeah, this is just you all becoming aware of this wild thing Dan did to Away Team, which is invent the world's most unhinged invisibility cloak, because it looks into like other timelines. But that's all Wallace can think of, because Wallace is interested in magic, so it's like I saw this wild shit.
Okay.
Cecilia really seems to be just trying to process this information. Like I need to talk to the Away Team more often. I just
ding. The elevator arrives on the bridge deck.
Oh shit, we didn't do like a Mass Effect elevator conversation.
No, it was basically that. You had a great conversation with Wallace.
There's like a wacky one where somebody like farts or something like that. I don't really remember much anymore, but there was like a fart one, right?
Trizzy farts in the elevator.
There we go. All right. Gross. I'm revolting. I leave the elevator.
Wallace uses cure poison on himself.
Oh.
No, don't spend your spell slots. We need it for detect magic.
He scrungles out of the elevator with his really...
What was that verb?
He scrumples with his big, cool tentacles, his powerful appendages, just really strong and brave. I'm getting really attached.
I would just like to know I typed scrungle into Google and I got an Urban Dictionary result for a generous tuft of hair in and around the anus.
I heard Laura say scrungle earlier this season.
That is not a word I've ever heard used for that. I've heard it used for just a little fella, just a little guy.
They're scrungling about. This is a great conversation because Wallace rolls up on the crime scene, casts detect magic, and then turns to you all and says, "No illusion magic has been cast here."
So could they have cast it somewhere else and then walked over to here and the effects would still be in place?
Of course. Let's widen the search. Invisibility to cameras only lasts for 1 minute, so they couldn't have cast it far, but Wallace will kind of, walk down the hallway, walk in the elevator, trying to detect magic. I'm not going to make you roll for Wallace, but he's doing it.
Now that we know that, a backup plan if we struggle with this is look at all the security cameras in, like, a range of that corridor and try and spot someone popping into existence.
That is a good idea.
But obviously, it depends how far someone can sprint in 60 seconds.
Yeah, we know when it happened, so we can just look at all the cameras in the vicinity.
That's gonna take time, but it's an option. Worst case.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Wallace finishes his rounds, detect magic in all the hallways here. No illusion magic. As far as he can find, no one cast the spell invisibility to cameras.
Oh shit.
Okay. Do you know any other way that someone could make themselves not appear on camera, but appear to people in the room?
I would have to consult the scrolls.
Is there a way to use that kind of magic without casting it?
Yeah, is anyone naturally invisible to cameras?
It is possible, yes.
Shit.
That's bad.
Does would it? How do I put this? I'm Leon, and I don't know of any. I don't know the monster manual, but but Bill might. What would I roll for Bill to know about a monster that does this?
Nature is to know about monsters and their abilities. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I might try and get in on this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was it? Nature?
Yeah.
Nature.
10.
Crit 24.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
I got a 16 if that matters.
What has Trizzy been overhearing in the walls? Who's been talking about weird aliens?
Okay, now this is perfect. So Wallace detects magic all in the hallway, can't find any invisibility to cameras. You all say, let's go down to the security desk, look at the footage, see if we can see anyone turning invisible in the vicinity. That would be, busted. You got him. You're looking at the footage. And at this time, you're all talking about, hey, what if someone had invisibility to camera naturally? Like, not as a spell. What if they just were? You're looking at the footage. You're scrubbing through it.
Oh my fucking god.
What you see is actually before Bill Webb takes the bullets from the security guards, you see the team who's giving Admiral Grice the tour. And everyone's there, they're talking. This is the whole downtime scene we did last episode. But notably, you don't see Saint Cecilia.
Fucking vampires! Do we not show up on camera?
Oh shit! Oh, I forgot. Right, these are. Wait, that is a thing Leon knows. Jesus.
Oh my god! That I know who this person is.
I mean, it might explain the vicious, almost animalistic nature of the killings.
Oh my fucking god.
I feel very dumb that I didn't figure that out earlier. That's if I were watching a regular horror movie, I would just assume that was a vampire. But because we're in a sci-fi setting, even though we have a vampire on our team.
I'm just so used to like not seeing myself in cameras. I was like, no, this must be someone special.
Oh my god.
I think you all rush to med bay. You're like, breathing hard, like heaving. Oh my God, we have to get to med bay. You bust the door open. You see Dr. Joven finishing the autopsy, and Admiral Grice is there, and they turn to you, and Admiral Grice says, "Communication officer, Saint Cecilia, you are under arrest."
Do you remember the way the engine sighed?